So today I'm going to be talking about the theme of racial and social prejudice within the novel An Era of Error. So An Era of Error by Caste Segregation focuses upon the struggles of an Indian girl growing up in South Africa during the time of its apartheid government. The main character, Kate, is faced upon several obstacles throughout the story as a result of racial and social prejudices held within society, especially when she enters a forbidden relationship with her boyfriend, Pierre. The theme of racial prejudice is revealed with the concept of racial segregation in the book. During the time of the story takes place, South Africa's apartheid government placed strict laws to maintain racial segregation. The South African population was divided into 4 racial groups: the Indians, coloreds, blacks, and whites. Each non-white population group was given their own residential areas, public facilities, and services, all of which were inferior to those of the whites. So this picture, it shows a sign at the Durban beach, which reserves the bathing area just for whites. However, if a black person was found in the city without a passbook, he or she was fined and imprisoned. Furthermore, blacks were not allowed to live outside their townships or homelands. The racial segregation laws were shown to be more stricter with the blacks than the other non-white population groups. Colored people received an education that was inferior to whites but superior to the blacks. The coloreds, on the other hand, were more privileged than the blacks because of their partial white background. This shows a form of racial prejudice amongst the non-white population groups itself. The social class system within the South African society is another concept touched upon in the story that emphasizes the theme of prejudice. The apartheid system involved Each racial group was separated into the upper, middle, and lower classes. However, the white racial group was only divided into the upper and middle classes, and similarly, the black racial group consisted of the middle and the lower class. The upper class did not mingle with the lower class at any level. In fact, the upper class were unfriendly towards the lower class. Even within each racial group, there is shown to be mistreatment of people based on social standing. The main character, Kate, is affected by such social prejudice when she leaves Durban to work as a governess in another city. She presents herself as an Indian of a lower class, social class, which causes Mr. Ali to take advantage of her. Being a wealthy man, Mr. Ali most likely expected Kate, who he assumed to be of a lower class, to give in to his desires. So the Indian community in particular were strict on the segregation within their own society. Along with the social class system, the people of the Indian community were further classified by their language, religion, and social status. Several characters in the story, such as Nellie and Shireen, were affected by the segregation, as it also forbid the marriage of 2 people from different social statuses or religion to maintain their culture. In the case of Shireen, she ends up taking her own life as a result of such segregation, as it forbid her relationship with her boyfriend. So the theme of racial prejudice comes up again in the story, even after Kay leaves South Africa in order to escape its racial segregation. In a society where she believes racial discrimination doesn't exist, she becomes subjected to racial bias when she is deprived of an employment opportunity because of the color of her skin. So overall, the Era of Error exposes many conflicts within society, revealing racial and social prejudice. Thank you for listening.